Jesus is enough for me. Once upon a time, there was a man named Daniel who grew up in a small community in Austria. Daniel had dreams bigger than the sky. He wanted to be successful, wealthy, and respected. Every morning he woke up early, chasing after opportunities, believing that if only he could gather enough possessions, he would finally be satisfied. At first, it seemed to work. He got a good job, earned a decent income, and even built a small house for himself. He was surrounded by friends who laughed with him, ate with him, and celebrated with him. People in the community admired him, but as quickly as the wealth came, it slipped away, and when the money disappeared, so did the friends. He looked around and realized he was alone. Yet, in the silence of the night, Daniel felt an emptiness he could not explain. The applause of people faded quickly, and the weight of his struggles grew heavier. One year, a great storm swept through the community. Daniel lost much of what he had worked for. His business collapsed, and the friends who once clapped for him turned their backs when he had nothing to offer. Sitting alone in his room one night, with tears streaming down his face, his heart was empty. His nights were filled with questions. Why am I here? What do I really have left? Who actually cares for me? That night, Daniel's grandmother, a woman of deep faith, came to sit beside him. She held his hands and said, "My son, I have lived long enough to see riches vanish, friends leave, and health fade. But there is one treasure that never fails, one companion who never abandons: Jesus. He is enough for me, and he will be enough for you." Daniel did not fully understand, but her words pierced his heart. Out of desperation, he began to read the Bible she gave him. His eyes fell on 2 Corinthians 12-9, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Slowly, Daniel began to pray, not for wealth or recognition, but for peace and strength. And something changed. He discovered that even though he had lost almost everything, his heart was lighter. He found joy in small things: the morning sun, the laughter of children, the love of God that wrapped him in comfort. Soon, Daniel began sharing his story in the community. He told people, "I chased after the world, but it left me empty. I lost all I thought I needed, yet I found the one I truly needed: Jesus. And now, I can boldly say, Jesus is enough for me." The people who once looked at him with pity began to notice something different: a peace they could not explain, a joy that overflowed. His story touched many lives, reminding them that true fulfillment is not found in riches, status, or possessions, but in Christ alone. What is the moral of this story? This story is telling us that the world may promise happiness, but only Jesus gives lasting peace. When everything else fails, his love, grace, and presence remain. Truly, Jesus is enough for me. He's enough for you too. Trust him, and you'll find that he's all you need. If this story encouraged you, share it with someone who needs hope today.